Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So excited to share that this project is finally completed, and in this tutorial I'm going to share the tricks and how to finalize the project. Also I'm going to look into the yarns that I use for this project, the patterns for granny squares that you can see here in the project. And also we'll learn a little bit about the techniques that I use to join the squares together. Well, this top is perfect for people with size extra small, small and medium, and as you can see, the number of granny squares that I used for the front side of the project is 23 full granny squares, which is 4 times to 5, and also I used 2 half granny squares or triangle squares to shape the color. We'll also learn how to crochet this color band. For the back of the top, I have 26 granny squares in total. Obviously, depending on the desired size, you can add as much as granny squares as you want. I'll explain more about the half squares and the patterns later, but to start with the yarns, these are the yarns that I used for this project. I don't have the label for these colors, but I have another color from the same brand, which I'll show you here to see the details of the best hook that you can use for this yarn and how is the size of the yarn. As you can see, the yarn suggests to use the hook with 3.5 millimeter, but I used 2 hooks for this project. One is 3 millimeter that I use for the whole granny squares, and I used one size smaller, which is 2.5 millimeter, and I use this for the bands. So basically I crochet all the bands with the smaller hook. You can choose any yarn that you want with from any brands with any color, but I basically use this one because it's so soft and it's a little bit shiny, which I like it so much. But you can choose whatever brand, whatever color size that you prefer. But after I've done with this project, I used less than half of each of the yarns. Looking into the patterns, as you can see here, I have 2 patterns that I use for this project. Starting with the first granny square that I used for this project. As you can see, this granny is made up of popcorn stitches. I have a full video tutorial on how you can crochet this granny square in my channel. Basically the difference between the video that I have in my channel and this granny square is that the one that you can see right now in my hands has 2 rows of popcorn stitches, second row and third row. But the one that I have in the top has clusters of 3 double crochets for the second row. But the rest of the granny square is the same, and I will link out this video tutorial in the description box and here. So if you'd like to learn how to crochet popcorn stitches, you can go and watch the tutorial. The second granny square pattern here is also available in my channel. and this is a very popular and easy pattern for granny squares, and you can have access to this because I'm going to link it out also in the description box, so you can easily look into that as well. Basically same pattern but different colors, and you can also choose what color that you like. Also, I use the connect on the go technique to join the granny squares for this project. This is a very easy and popular method to connect your grannies. I also have the full tutorial on that. I will link it out here. Another section that you may be interested in how to crochet is this half squares or triangle grannies, which I also have the full tutorial in my channel, and you can refer to that one if you don't know already how to crochet these half grannies. So in this video tutorial, I'm not going to go through all the details of the patterns for granny squares, but instead we are going to work together on how to add the collar bands, arm bands, and the body band, and how to finalize the whole project to make it to give it a finished look. So make sure that you have all the granny squares ready, and let's start together working on the collar bands. So to start, I'm going to add a few double crochets here in the corner of my collar to give it a circle shape. Let's do it together. I'll connect my yarn to the corner of these granny squares, and I'll chain 3, and then connect these 3 chains to one side of your granny square here, and then we work on 3 double crochets in the middle of the corner. Again, when you're done with 3 double crochets, connect it to the body of the granny square on the other side, and then just like this, you're done. You can cut your yarn, and basically we just make it a little bit more like a circle shape here. I'll do the same to the other side as well. Again, adding these small details is completely based on your taste. So if you like the shape of your collar to be circle, you can do what I'm doing here. If not, you can keep the shape as it is and just ignore this step. So now that I'm done with this step, I want to work around the color with one row of single crochet. So I'll connect my yarn here through a slip knot. You can connect it from one corner, it doesn't matter from where. But as you connect your yarn, make it secure and start with single crochet on each space. So as you can see, I'm going to continue the whole round with the single crochet before I'll start the collar band. I'm going to finish this round off camera, and we'll see you again at the end of this row. So this is how it looks at the end of this round of single crochet. Before starting the next round, change your hook to one smaller size and then start the collar band. I'll chain 5, which means I have 4 chains for the butts of my collar and 1 extra chain here. So now we want to work on the second chain on the hook, and then work single crochet on every chain across. Make sure that you have single crochet on the back loops. To connect these stitches to your work, skip the very first stitch and work on the second stitch to connect your band to the body. Then single crochet to the next 2 stitches. Then turn your work around, count the number of your chains. We want to stick to the same number, which for us is 5. So now skip the first 2 stitches and then start with single crochets on the third chain here. and make sure that you work only on the back loops. Here I want to add one more chain, and then again turn your work around and skip the first stitch and work on the back loops of your chains with single crochets all across this part. So as you can see, we are joining the band as we go, and it's just easy. You'll skip 2 stitches and then you'll turn around your work and we'll do exactly the same thing all around the collar band. Let's do a few more of the stitches here together, and then I will go off the camera and I will finish this round, and we'll see you when at the end of this row. So this is how it looks after a few rounds that we worked together. The length of the color depends on your choice, so you can add more chains to have a longer band. Okay, I'm done with this round, and you can see how it looks at the end of this row. The color band is done, so let's go and start the collar arms together. I already finished one side or one arm, so you can have an example of what I'm going to do for the other side. Just exactly like what we did for the collar, I'm going to work through a few more stitches here to give the arm a better shape. Right now it has a 90-degree kind of shape, and I like it to have kind of a circle shape. So just as you can see in the video, I connected my yarn to the corner of the arm and I started with 3 chains. I connected my project to one side of the granny square, and then I started working on double crochets and adding them in the middle of the corner. As you can see in the other side, I have 1 round of double crochets, and then I'll start adding 3 other cluster of double crochets on top of this. Connect your double crochets to the side of your granny square, and then as you can see in the other side, we just want to do the same. So I move my yarn forward with 2 slip stitches. Then turn your work around and again work on double crochets for the next round. I'll add 3 double crochets in each space. And then just like before, connect those double crochets to the side of your granny square to make it have a better shape. Then cut your yarn and do the exact same thing on the other side of your arm. So again, I just wanted to add that these steps are completely based on your taste. So if you like the shape of the arm as what it was, you don't need to add these double crochets to change the shape. But I like it this way better, so I did this, and I just wanted to share this as well with you. So if anyone interested to have a circle shape, they can follow me on how to do this. Then I want to start to add one complete round of double crochet clusters in here. You have the other side as the example, so you can see here that I already added this round here, which makes it to have a better look on the arm. As you can see, I basically added 3 double crochets in each space that I have, and it's so easy to follow. So this is how it looks, and I'm going to continue adding these cluster of double crochets all around this row. This is how it looks now, and we are ready to start the arm band. So just exactly like with what we did on the collar band, I'm going to start with a row of single crochet first. Again, connect your yarn from one corner and make it secure, and then I'll start with a single crochet on each single space that you have. At the end of the row, connect your yarn together just like this through a slip stitch, and then we are ready to start the arm band. So make sure to change your yarn to a smaller size before you want to do that. So the width of the band depends on you, but I chose 5. So I'll chain 5 in here, and then I add an extra chain. So all the way around, I'll stick with 5 chains. When you're done, we are going to skip the first stitch, and then we'll single crochet all the way on the back loops. Exactly like before, we want to skip the very first single crochet, and then we'll connect our work to the next single crochet, and we also do another single crochet on the second chain, and then we will turn our project around and count 2 chains and start your work on the 3rd chain. As always, make sure that you work on the back loops. When you're done with the 5 stitches, add 1 extra chain and turn your work around. And I count them to make sure that I have 5 stitches, and then same as before, work single crochet on the back loops. Rejoin our band on the go. So again, skip the first single crochet and do another single crochet on your first stitch, and turn your work on the back loops, and we'll continue doing the same pattern all around our arm band. I'm going to work on this off camera, and we'll see you at the end of this row. this is how it looks at the end of this round. I'll continue with one or two more stitches here, and then we'll show you how to join the two sides of the band. Now I connect my yarn with a slip crochet here, and then you can fold these two sides together and work through the back loop with single crochets or slip crochets. Repeat the same pattern on the back loops and go across the whole stitches. And then it's ready, and you can cut your yarn, and make sure that you'll secure your yarn here. This is how it looks at the end of this row. It's very simple, and you connect your arm band as you go. Now we're going to start the same thing for the body band. Again, I connect my yarn and I'll go through the whole round with row of single crochet, just as we did for collar and for the arms. Well, I'm going to finish it off camera and we'll see you at the end of the row. And this is done. I finished the row of single crochet and I'm ready to start my body band. Again, as always, make sure that you change your hook size and grab the smaller one. So for the width of your body band, you can stick to the same width as what you did for arm band, or you can choose to make it a little bit longer. I want actually to do it a little bit longer, so I'll chain 8 this time. This is my desired length and I add 1 extra chain, and then I'll start single crochet all around the back loops, just the exact same way that we did for collar and arm bands. This is the width of my body band, but you can make it as long as you want. Then I want to join this to the body. So again, will skip the very first single crochet and I'll connect it to the second single crochet, and then I will also add another single crochet to the next single crochet as well. Then turn your work around and skip the first 2 chains and work single crochets all around the other stitches on the back loop. Let's do a few more stitches together, and as I'm confident that now you know how to do the bands, I will finish this row off the camera, and then we'll see you at the end of this row again. One tip that always count your stitches to make sure that you always stick to the same number of chains. Okay, so this is the length for 8 chains, and I'll see you at the end of this row. Okay, I finished the body band, as you can see, just like this. I also connected the 2 sides together, and you'll see how it looks, so clean and so beautiful. I really hope that you enjoyed watching this video, and thank you so much again for taking the time and look through it to this point.